When providing an estimate for electrical work, several factors come into play. Timing is important. Being responsive and punctual makes a positive first impression. Consider the scope of the work. In this instance, the job includes moving a panel board, receptacles, and also code upgrades. The fairness of the estimate of $1,200 is based on the scope of work and your assessment of the situation. The homeowner's reaction, specifically their annoyance, might indicate that they have received lower estimates. A contractor friend suggested that $1,600 could be considered a fair estimate, potentially accounting for factors such as higher local labor rates and overhead costs. If the job is relatively straightforward and you've minimized your overhead, $1,200 might be a fair estimate. However, if the job is more complex, involves substantial code upgrades, or necessitates additional materials, the $1,600 estimate could be justified. It is recommended to follow up politely with the homeowner to inquire about their decision. Emphasize the value you provide, highlighting your promptness, reliability, and commitment to quality work. If necessary, be willing to negotiate the price slightly, while still maintaining a fair profit margin. Consider obtaining additional estimates from other contractors to gauge the market rate for similar jobs in your area. It is helpful to research local permitting and code requirements to ensure your estimate is accurate and current. Factors such as the complexity of the job and local market conditions justify estimating $1,200 or $1,600. Maintaining professionalism, following up with the homeowner, and negotiating fairly are crucial for securing the job. Providing accurate electrical estimates involves a clear understanding of several key elements. Firstly, there's the labor cost, which includes the time spent on the job, the electrician's hourly rate, and any additional labor needed such as helpers or apprentices. Secondly, material costs are crucial, and this involves the cost of all materials required for the job like wiring, conduit, boxes, fittings, and the panel board itself. Pricing these materials accurately is vital for a profitable estimate. Thirdly, overhead costs are often overlooked but are an integral component. This includes the expenses of running the business, such as insurance, vehicle maintenance, office supplies, and marketing. Allocating a percentage of these costs to each job ensures that the business remains sustainable. Fourthly, profit margin is what the business earns above its costs. A reasonable profit margin should be added to the estimate to ensure the business grows and can handle unexpected expenses. Fifthly, permitting and inspection fees need to be included. The costs associated with obtaining the necessary permits and inspections from local authorities should be factored into the estimate. Sixthly, complexity and risk elements should be considered and factored. Jobs that are more complex or carry higher risks, such as working in difficult locations or dealing with old wiring, may warrant a higher estimate. Seventhly, the local market conditions should be known. Researching the prevailing rates for similar jobs in the area helps to ensure that the estimate is competitive but still profitable. Eighthly, code compliance is critical. Ensuring that all work meets current electrical codes and regulations is not only essential for safety but also for avoiding potential fines or rework. The estimate should reflect the cost of meeting these standards. Ninthly, the warranty is crucial. Offering a warranty on the work provides assurance to the customer and can differentiate the business from competitors. The cost of potential warranty work should be considered in the estimate. Lastly, payment terms should be very clear. Clearly outlining the payment terms, including the deposit amount, payment schedule, and acceptable methods of payment, helps to avoid misunderstandings and ensures timely payment. Now let's dive into some advanced strategies to refine the estimation process even further. 1. Should leverage estimating software. Utilize specialized software designed for electrical estimating to streamline the process, improve accuracy, and generate professional-looking proposals. Always perform a thorough site assessment. Before preparing an estimate, conduct a comprehensive site assessment to identify potential challenges, assess the scope of work accurately, and gather all necessary information. You should solicit multiple supply quotes. Obtain quotes from several suppliers for materials to ensure you're getting the best possible prices, which can help to lower the overall estimate while maintaining quality. It is also important to itemize the estimate clearly. Break down the estimate into detailed line items specifying the cost of labor, materials, permits, and other expenses, which provides transparency and helps the customer understand the value they are receiving. You should include allowances for unforeseen issues. Incorporate allowances for potential unforeseen issues, such as unexpected repairs or modifications, to avoid cost overruns and maintain customer satisfaction. It is helpful to offer value engineering options. Provide alternative solutions or materials that can reduce costs without compromising quality or safety, allowing the customer to make informed decisions. Another idea is to stage the payment strategically. Structure the payment schedule to align with project milestones, which ensures that the business receives timely payments and minimizes financial risk. You should also establish change order procedures. Develop a clear process for handling change orders, including documentation, pricing, and approval, to avoid disputes and ensure that all changes are properly accounted for. One should prioritize customer communication. Maintain open and transparent communication with the customer throughout the estimating process, addressing any questions or concerns promptly and professionally. Always seek continuous improvement. Continuously evaluate and refine the estimating process based on feedback, project outcomes, and industry best practices to improve accuracy, efficiency, and profitability. In addition to these strategies, let's consider some negotiation tactics that can help in securing the job while maintaining a fair profit margin. Firstly, be prepared to justify your price. Clearly articulate the value you offer, including your expertise, experience, quality of workmanship, and commitment to customer satisfaction. Secondly, explore the customer's budget. Inquire about the customer's budget constraints and be willing to tailor the estimate to meet their needs while still maintaining a reasonable profit. Thirdly, offer tiered pricing options. Provide multiple options with varying levels of service or materials, allowing the customer to choose the option that best fits their budget and preferences. Fourthly, emphasize the long-term value. Highlight the long-term benefits of quality electrical work, such as improved safety, energy efficiency, and property value, to justify the investment. Fifthly, be willing to negotiate on non-essential items. Identify areas where you can reduce costs without compromising quality, such as using alternative materials or adjusting the scope of work slightly. Sixthly, offer incentives or discounts. Consider offering incentives or discounts for early payment, repeat business, or referrals to help close the deal. Seventhly, focus on building rapport. Establish a positive relationship with the customer by being friendly, attentive, and responsive to their needs, which can increase their willingness to work with you. Eighthly, be confident and professional. Project confidence and professionalism in all interactions with a customer, which can inspire trust and confidence in your abilities. Ninthly, know your walk-away point. Determine your minimum acceptable price and be prepared to walk away from the job if the customer is unwilling to meet your terms. Lastly, always get it in writing. Once an agreement is reached, document all terms and conditions in writing to avoid misunderstandings and protect your interests. Remember that effective electrical estimating involves a combination of technical expertise, business acumen, and strong communication skills. By mastering these elements, you can provide accurate estimates, secure profitable jobs, and build a successful electrical contracting business. Additionally, it's beneficial to consider the psychological aspects of pricing and negotiation. People often perceive prices differently based on how they are presented. For example, breaking down a large project cost into smaller, more manageable components can make it seem less daunting to the customer. Similarly, framing the price in terms of daily or monthly costs rather than a lump sum can make it more palatable. Highlighting the savings that the customer will realize through energy-efficient upgrades or preventative maintenance can also justify a higher initial cost. In negotiations, it's essential to listen actively to the customer's concerns and address them directly. Understanding their priorities and constraints allows you to tailor your approach and find mutually beneficial solutions. Building trust and rapport is crucial, as people are more likely to agree to terms with someone they like and respect. Being transparent about your costs and profit margins can also foster trust and demonstrate your commitment to fairness. Remember that negotiation is not about winning or losing, but about finding a mutually agreeable solution that meets both parties' needs. By approaching negotiations with a collaborative mindset, you can build long-term relationships and secure repeat business. It's also important to stay informed about industry trends and changes in material costs, labor rates, and regulatory requirements. This knowledge allows you to provide accurate estimates and justify your pricing to customers. Networking with other contractors and suppliers can provide valuable insights into market conditions and best practices. Attending industry events and participating in online forums can also help you stay up to date on the latest developments and technologies. In conclusion, mastering the art of electrical estimating requires a combination of technical expertise, business acumen, psychological insight, and strong communication skills. By continuously refining your processes, staying informed about industry trends, and building strong relationships with customers, you can provide accurate estimates, secure profitable jobs, and build a thriving electrical contracting business. And remember, every interaction with a potential customer is an opportunity to showcase your professionalism, expertise, and commitment to quality.